Hey everyone, it's Laura, and today I'm out here in the garden and I'm going to show you how to mount that Chateau birdhouse from Good Directions that I was telling you guys about. I'm very excited to show you this, and I'm excited that I have Mark out here helping me today. He might help me a little bit with the installation, and he's also the cameraman today, which is normally not the case. So I'm excited about that because it takes a little bit of the pressure off of me. But anyhow, this is the Chateau birdhouse from Good Directions. You guys know I've partnered with them this year. They're a wonderful family-owned company with over 35 years in the business, all handmade quality, beautiful accents. You'll see up here, this is kind of what got the ball rolling. I purchased this cupola for our garage, which we now use as a shed for our vegetable garden, and it just kind of went off from there. I love their pieces, and they sent me this birdhouse to put into our garden, and I am just so pleased with it. And you can see an empty bird feeder here as well. That's their bell tube feeder, and it's just going gangbusters with the birds. I have filled that up twice already, so I'm going to have to fill that up again. So you'll see here on the bench, I have this beautiful garden trug. This is also Good Directions. And at the end of this video, I'm just going to go along and harvest out some of my zinnia and my dahlias so I can make an arrangement for inside. So I'm very excited about that. So we'll just start with the pieces here. This is a pole mount system that I got from New England Arbors. And you'll also need a 4x4 pressure treated post. I actually have this little willow obelisk here that's going to go around the post, and I had a clematis in this area, so I'm just going to slip this right over the vinyl sleeve when all is said and done and just prop my clematis right back on top of that again. So firstly, you'll see I have my drill down on the ground here, and I used my power planter auger, which I've been using a ton this garden season, and I used it for this. I augered a small hole here for this pole, and that's the main structure anchor piece for this system. So I just did a small hole with the auger, then I placed this pole in. They recommended using a sledgehammer or a mallet. I had a regular hammer, and that's what I used. Just gave it a couple taps down in there and made sure it was nice and stable. And then what you do is you slip the sleeve over top. You'll see these two orange rings here, and that's where screws will go in to secure the piece and make it nice and stable. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to have Mark help me put this post on, and then we're basically going to cut to showing you the sleeve on here. It's just the two of us here and the kids are inside. So we're going to put this sleeve on and show you what it looks like and go from there. Hello, I'm back. So Mark just helped me. We put these little trim pieces on, and these slide up and down, and there's a little tube of silicone in here so you can kind of adjust it and put it where you'd like it to be. And I put this little willow obelisk along the base and just tacked it down with some landscape staples, and I do have my clematis. You know, I just kind of draped it on the front there. But so from this point, it's nice and stable. And what I'm going to do is put the pressure treated wood in. Now this is two pieces because we were kind of experimenting the other day and seeing how much we needed. And, you know, there's more than one way to get the job done. And this is the way we're getting this job done. So we're going to slide this down, and it's going to then basically land on the pipe. And then this piece is going to be revealed with enough of a lip to then screw the birdhouse into the side. So that is what we're going to do. And then you can make adjustments with the trim pieces and everything in the end. You know, I'll probably have it up like that, or I'll leave it like that now. Does that look okay, Mark?
Looks good.
Okay. I'm just going to switch out the auger for my Phillips screw head here, and then I'm just going to go into the side. And then I'm just going to go into the side. This looks kind of crooked too. We're going to have to level this up a bit, but I'm just going to screw into the side of the birdhouse on both sides of that there, and it's going to go into the pressure treated wood. So I'm going to do that right now. Well, that's it. It's standing, so that's a good sign. No, it looks beautiful. And, you know, once we're done here, I'm going to go along and I'm going to put in some silicone and just shore it up and make sure everything is nice and stable. But I just think it looks so beautiful. Like, Mark, if you take a step back and show this whole area with the fountain and everything, I think it just came together so beautifully. I'm going to harvest my first arrangement today in the garden, and I'm going to start with some of the limelight hydrangea because I think that would be really beautiful. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. I'm schwitzing out here, guys. Woo! It's hot, isn't it, Mark? Like, serious, this is no joke. I'm in between takes, I'm asking Mark to tell me, do I look sweaty? Because I feel sweaty. All right, I'm going to cut some of, so these are dinner plate dahlia. You guys, if you've been following me on Instagram and Facebook or any of my other YouTube videos, you'll know I planted a whole row of dinner plate dahlias here, and I alternate between the breakout and cafe au lait. So very excited about that. My grass is getting so long, I could probably harvest some of that if I really wanted to. I think this one is ready to come out. It's always hard though, right, to cut these beautiful blooms, but I'm gonna. Boop. I'm not sure which one this one is. I got one called cafe au lait mix. So this is part of that cafe au lait mix. Really beautiful. And there's a little buggy on here. So always give your plants a little tappity tap before you bring them inside. But now how's that? Pretty, right? Grab a couple more here. And don't be afraid to clip your plants, guys, especially things like the dahlias. You know, the more you clip, the more they'll bloom. So it's win-win all around. I do love seeing them in the garden, of course, but you can't beat that. And I think I'll just grab some of the zinnias here. I have a ton of zinnias. Mark, you can come in here. You may enter. I'll just set this down here and cut some of these. You can see there's quite a lot here. This is the Cinderella Peach zinnia, and these are from Floret. I direct sowed these a couple months back. So right into the bed, and they are doing really well. They're super tall, and they definitely need to be clipped to keep on blooming. So, ooh, there's a daddy longlegger in there. I don't want him in the house. But it's a pretty little mix there. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside and put arrangement together with these beautiful cuttings, and I'll put a picture of that up at the end there, but I'm going to drop links to all these beautiful Good Directions products down below, so be sure to check them out. There's so many beautiful options that they have, and again, you can see how gorgeous. And look, the birds are on the bird feeder right now waiting for me to put the seed back up. So all very excited and happy to share these things in the garden with you. Hope you are all doing wonderful. And thank you so much for joining me in my garden today. Have a great day, guys.